actually.
I'm 100% mentally sane. I have no mental illness whatsoever. My Twitter is just a reflection of my very sane mind.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't just judge people by their Twitters. That's where everybody's mental illness comes out. Like, it's
Twitter
not
stresses
fair.
me out. You need to post like every day.
Oh, maybe
It's
you're
too
not
much.
mentally ill enough, okay? Maybe start hooking up with some
Like I don't have enough drama with people to post every day.
Do you have BPD? You have BPD? Borderline.
Beautiful princess disorder.
Beautiful. No.
Are you histrionic? Do you have any kind of cool mental illness that we can mine for content right now?
Like super like mild OCD. I pretty much got it figured out.
Mild OCD. Does it bother you that like you have 2 different types of flowers in each of those glasses?
No, it's.
Why are you trying to trigger her?
It's no,
Does it
it's
bother you that like the tablecloth is a little bit wrinkled?
You're literally
Now that I
trying to
know.
What about the
trigger a mental
stains?
illness.
Have you ever noticed that sometimes your eyebrows are a little bit uneven and you should probably start plucking them?
Wait, what the fuck? Which one? The left or the right?
Just start plucking.
Not twins, ignore him.
Pluck until there's nothing left.
I actually had like crazy OCD as a kid, like crazy OCD, and I've pretty much grown out of it into adulthood, and it's just manifested as like a perfectionism, basically. But when I was a kid, it was like
what he's talking
no, it was like real, like I had like real
like you
OCD
clean the
when you're a kid.
bathroom for,
When
like,
you need
7
to
hours.
like
It's
switch the
stuff like
light,
that. It's
switch on and
not
off
like-
enough times, or your family will die. That type of shit.
That's okay.
Yeah, I grew out of it though, so it's fine.
That's cool. I had a girl I chatted with that had OCD for about 3 years, so that's fun.
Yeah. You grow out of it. Well, maybe you don't. If you don't, that would. So.
Do you remember?
No, I don't.
Oh. What
Was
is
it
it?
Pixie? I think.
I don't have OCD. I have all the boring ones.
Wait, what are the boring ones?
Ovarian
I
cancer. I'm
have
sorry.
ADHD, depression, and anxiety.
What? Would repeat that? You just speculated that you have ovarian cancer.
Did I have what?
Ovarian cancer.
Why would I have ovarian cancer?
Who said that? Why are you just making shit up? She just made that up out of nowhere. What a weird thing to go towards. When you lean in like this, Pixie, you look like an angel because there's like light right behind your
I
head.
am an angel.
You're absolutely not.
Angelic. Angelic.
What do you think?
Gorgeous.
What do you think Darius and Xena's next fight is going to be about?
I don't know. I just hope it doesn't happen while I'm here.
What about you, Irrelevant? What mental illness is you rocking over there?
I literally just ADHD.
ADHD? Are you medicated?
I am today, but I've never taken medication myself.
You are today. So what? Is that an 8-ball or what'd you do earlier that you feel medicated? Okay. Does Vyvanse
Literally
affect
don't feel it at all.
Doesn't it impact your mood at all?
No.
Oh, because you seem like you're really grumpy today, more than usual.
Oh,
Wait,
well,
are you
I'm
still
grumpy
hungry
today.
on the Vyvanse? Yeah. Nice. Good job. Good job.
So I have no idea.
Were you
wasn't
affected
sure.
by the shortage?
I wasn't sure about that.
By the
one.
Vyvanse shortage? Were you affected
Is there a
by it?
Vyvanse shortage?
Yeah. Of the 60s and up.
There's an Adderall shortage. It's like
Adderall is like empty.
It's like impossible.
College kids ate all of it, you fucking morons.
My roommate.
Have you ever gotten diagnosed, Steven?
I don't need one. I'm above
Are you
diagnosis.
ever gonna get? You should get diagnosed.
Why?
Because when you first took Adderall, you're like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. This is like
Yeah, I did
can
drugs and it felt
focus."
good.
No,
Congratulations.
but you're like,
Yeah.
I can focus. I feel calm.
Yeah, it's called a super drug.
No, you know, most people when they take stimulants, they don't feel calm. You know that, right? You know,
No.
stimulants are supposed to excite you, not make you feel chilled out.
Yeah, but I'm always excited, so.
No, but the fact that you felt chilled out is probably indicative.
Maybe
I
because
feel
I
like
was.
it can be good, but obviously it's worked to his advantage, right? Like, look at there's actually a story about a woman who they were trying to say that she needed to be medicated for ADHD.
Wait, who are we talking about?
So the woman who created the main ballerina company in France, I forget what it's called, but when she was a child, the doctors or her teacher said that she needed to be medicated. So her mom took her to the doctors, and doctors wanted to prescribe her on like.
Is this that TED Talk?
The beginning. No, I've never seen this on TikTok. I knew this 10 years ago.
No, TED Talk. It's the guy.
Yeah, there was a TED Talk about
Yeah,
this.
it's the most famous TED Talk, and he was like, "Oh yeah, she didn't need ADHD meds. She needed to fucking dance."
Yeah, exactly. And she started the best ballerina, like the biggest ballerina
I
company.
always
like,
thought,
in
I
the
can't
entire
believe it's the most
world.
famous TED Talk because the point that he makes in it is not very profound to me. Because the point that he argues is that there's like too much control of like within like primary education or whatever. And I'm like,
It is about to
teachers
get
actually struggle
wild.
with the
Oh my
opposite of
God.
that, like trying to like herd and corral students. They usually don't need more. They need like more structure in their day, not like less.
I don't feel like that was the point. I think the point was that we're so readily able and eager to medicate people for things that sometimes that may not necessarily require medication. I mean,
But sometimes they might.
sometimes they might, but because we've gotten to the point where that is just the current rigmarole, sometimes people will go through a pipeline that they
Like,
need to go through, and that could have detrimental effects over positive effects in their life. And I think in the instance of this one woman for that TED Talk, the reason why it was so impactful is because her not going on that medication created something beautiful, not only for her life, but it benefited thousands of people around the world.
Wait, use a counterfactual argument. Maybe it's the case that if she would have been medicated, maybe she could have made an even better company. We don't know that.
The thing to me is that it's not mutually exclusive. Like, she could have needed like a creative outlet, but she also might have needed had ADHD and like needed medication.
Yeah, what about that?
She made it have like this like
Everything I
false
said was
dichotomy
covered.
where it's like, oh, she definitely didn't have that. She just
Everything
needed to
I
like
said was
move more. It's like, she could have been
It
both.
could have been, that's true, but also when you actually look at the incidence of ADHD diagnoses, they have risen so much, especially since like the hyperacceleration and introduction of technology came about. Like, there are way more people in the last like 20 to 30
But do you think
years.
they're wrong? Do you think they're like misdiagnoses?
I think that it is a misdiagnosis, and I think that a lot of it actually comes from a high level of like distractibility and other things that mimic those symptoms from growing up with technology and not knowing like how to like acclimate your brain to that necessarily. Like,
Ask her for numbers. This is getting away from us. Ask her what percentage is overdiagnosed.
Well, I was gonna
There's
say,
no
like,
way.
how would
Yeah.
you- like, how would you?
It's about 70% from the video that I watched.
Ask her another number. She won't know every number. Just keep asking numbers until she fumbles.
No. What video?
Why?
Are you being mean to her?
No.
Oh,
so it
what?
was
I'm just
actually-
watching.
It was a, I don't know if it was a TED Talk, it was something similar. So a guy called Simon Sinek, I've read a couple of his books, but this is a specific talk that he gave. I don't think it was a TED Talk, but something similar, that type of thing.
Ask her if does she really think
Oh, now you're holding me too,
Does she
Darcy.
really think an 11-year-old needs a drug to not be hyperactive?
Okay.
Ask her that. Ask her that. See if she makes her bite the bullet.
Sometimes, yeah. Depends.
What does Pixie think? I really want to know what Pixie about, like, just life.
Life?
Or, like, what are you listening? Do you know what's going on?
Adderall.
Yeah.
About like, do you think ADHD is being like widely overdiagnosed and misdiagnosed?
So
She's
ADHD
saying that she thinks that it is,
Landmine.
but she's
Pixie's the #1 ADHD advocate over here. This chick is addicted to stimulants. I've never seen her house as like a fucking pharmacy. She's got like 400 different kinds of like pills and shit on this.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
I love
god.
dosing them all at the same time. It gives me a euphoric feeling.
Pixie took one class in undergrad because she thought about being a pharmacist, and she like prescribes her friends like fucking drugs and shit now. So
I
go
love
ahead,
it.
Pixie, tell us.
Yeah. So ADHD is the fucking weirdest one because it's both overdiagnosed and undiagnosed looking at what demographic you're looking at. So basically, women who are, especially in their young 20s or younger, are often misdiagnosed with ADHD, or no, not diagnosed with ADHD because their symptoms
Personal
tend to be more
tie-in,
passive.
okay.
So they tend to be more like daydreaming, not necessarily jumping around. For young males, they tend to get a little bit more overdiagnosed than other people. So I feel like non-scientific, my personal opinion, I think ADHD is like really misunderstood. I think a lot of people don't understand that like it doesn't mean that you don't focus at all. It means that you probably hyper-focus on some things and then can't focus at all on other things. But from the data that we have so far, women tend to be underdiagnosed, men tend to be overdiagnosed. That's my...
Ask her what data. Ask her what data.
Yeah, I was going to ask it anyway, Steve.
We need a
Damn
study.
it.
We need a journal and a date. And a
I would like to see it.
Yeah.
I would like to read up on that.
and tend to be underdiagnosed. Did you hear
I don't have
that?
the journal from
that's
color mine,
you.
but if
Oh,
you...
nope.
I'll show you.
Doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Now, hit her with the final point. Maybe you shouldn't advocate for this if you don't know this study, because you could be doing harm.
Oh my god, okay, if you want, go to my Discord and I have all my studies cited for your information, okay?
Tell her
Fuck
we're not
you.
on
We need to
Discord.
make
Tell
the
her we're not on
Discord group.
Discord
I want
right
to make a
now. We're at
Discord.
dinner.
We need to make that Discord group.
Let's do it.
I need to get
You
organized.
need to get Discord.
Discord is a really difficult like app. Yes.
Yeah, what up?
Are we talking ADHD?
Oh,
Set this table fucking
another player has entered the chat. Amy, you're severely
So
outnumbered right now.
what's
Okay.
the stance? Because
Amy thinks that ADHD is basically fake bullshit because she's on TED Talk.
I didn't say that. I said it's overdiagnosed. and
Pixie
that
over
some
here.
people go through a medical pipeline that they don't need to go
Yeah,
through.
no one's talking about menopause. Okay, Pixie over here is
Oh my God.
Pixie over here is basically pro everybody on drugs because she apparently was
I love
undiagnosed
drugs.
for a long
I love
time and now she's really
promoting
mad.
Adderall, you
And then
know?
Lycan over here is probably an SJW cuck and he thinks that everybody should have drugs too. So
no, so I'm gonna agree with her that probably a lot of people are diagnosed with it or given Adderall prescriptions they don't need. But I will say that
Are you guys doctors?
Huh?
Are you guys doctors?
Aaron's coming
Dr.
back in.
Jason?
Oh shit.
Because y'all are both saying that it's overdiagnosed, we have like no medical
I didn't say
training.
it's not.
Well, saying that it's underdiagnosed is also an equally like
I
equivalent
didn't say that it was underdiagnosed
So
or
what's your contention?
overdiagnosed.
So then why are you upset about what we're
shit.
No, it's just a broad claim that like, oh, we know for a fact it's overdiagnosed because we're seeing like a stark increase, but it
But
might
if you
just
have a
be the
problem with
case
that-
that we have like a better schema for
I'm not saying
understanding like who
ADHD is
presents with it.
overdiagnosed.
It could just be that we were underdiagnosing it before and now it's risen to like
I'm not
parity.
saying
It might be the case.
I'm not
Sorry,
saying
that-
ADHD is overdiagnosed. I'm saying that Adderall is overdiagnosed.
Mansplaining. Ah, good one, Mikey.
Fair enough.
You just fucking predicted what I was
Well,
going
the
to say.
truth.
No, I didn't. I just predicted that you would talk over her because you're from the military and you hate women. Go ahead, Amy. Sorry.
I mean, the two probably like they coincide to some degree.
Well, that's why I like the Australian chick, because I can be mean to women. She takes it because Australia.
I love it when people
They
lose
have
me.
commercials about sex. Like it's a bad thing there. Right?
Oh, you're in the right crowd if you're looking for people to just be an asshole.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay. So, what's your retort then? Aaron over here asked if you were a doctor. You're clearly not. You asked her if she's a doctor. She's clearly not. So now what are you guys fighting about?
I'm not fighting about anything. I don't think that it's really anything that could necessarily be disputed until we all look at the statistics.
I know,
like,
you made the claim that it's overdiagnosed.
so I
how
said,
do you know that?
I said that I saw a video which said that it is about 70% overdiagnosed, and that makes sense when you look at the amount of people who are put through a medical pipeline for a bunch of things that they may not necessarily have a condition for. Like, that's not just with ADHD, it's with the various...
I just want to sound the alarm here. We're on a 2-on-2 ADHD debate. Nobody's brought up Big Pharma yet. Does anybody want to throw that into the ring?
No.
Well, obviously that's where it comes from, and that's
There
a
we
huge
go.
incentive behind
There
why
we
it
go.
would be overdiagnosed. But at the end of the day, it's like, yes, you can... I'm not a doctor.
Wait,
I
but
don't
you're
know.
saying that doctors are systematically overdiagnosing patients with ADHD because of financial incentive from pharmaceutical companies?
I think that some pharmaceutical companies do that, yeah.
Could be like
I
a
think they
big
have specific,
conspiracy
like,
to like blow the lid off.
Yeah.
Tie it into the fact that people that were coded for having COVID-19, those hospitals literally got huge paychecks to treat those patients. So
You're an agent of chaos.
I'm just saying, you know?
What is it? I think that we're probably going to see an increase in diagnosis of ADHD like in the upcoming years, but that's not necessarily because it doesn't exist or because of overdiagnosis, but because ADHD tends to be a genetic or neurodevelopmental like disorder.
Well, that's what I was saying, neurodevelopmental. So it's also the increases of technology and all these things that we
Yes.
literally did not know how to process before. Like, our brain structure is literally changing
Yeah.
as our society is changing, as technology is changing.
Yeah,
And so
absolutely.
but is that the best way to handle it, via medication,
It's
or should we
ADHD in
actually
action.
create,
He's
should we
got
work
little
to create
cameras
like
that he can
systems
just
and
post
structures and
Doing
more
great.
awareness into the way we
brain
utilize this
changing
technology
right
to the
now
point
as
where
you're doing this
that
live
manifestation may
My
not
brain
occur in
is
the first
flowering
place?
right now.
Yeah.
So many new synapses
I
are
feel like
connecting.
ADHD is both a superpower and a curse.
Is it
It's a
smoothing
superpower in the
over?
way that,
No.
yeah, it helps you
It's expanding.
It's already smooth.
Your brain is going faster than normal. It helps you think in like more creative ways because your brain is always jumping, right?
Exactly. So it could be a benefit too, for sure.
Yeah, it's just a question about like mitigating the negative side effects of having ADHD, basically. And is medication the best way to do that, or can we set up a
Right, because I feel like if there are other ways, then those ways should be explored. I think signing someone up
Like
for it to be
dancing.
a lifelong medical patient is not always the best idea for
Yeah,
something. If there are other ways and means to be able to control it.
I think it'd be amazing if we could create like a society that basically like, I don't know if I'm speaking on my ass, but basically I know in European countries when you enter high school it's already a lot more specialized than the United States. And I
Careful, she's not from a European country. She's from dirty Australia.
Yeah.
Don't give her that credit. Go ahead.
Our ancestors are from European countries. They were
so are
Christians,
ours.
but they were,
Yeah, but I wonder if that would help with the mitigation of like the negative side effects of ADHD, because a lot of people who have ADHD have like hyper interest and hyper focuses. That if they were encouraged to have
For interest, is that ADHD or is that like autism?
it's both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the problem with ADHD is that usually, not always, it's a dopamine deficiency. So when you find something giving you like a consistent hit of dopamine, you get super fucking into it. It's like hitting a button.
This is why I masturbate 9 times a day.
Well, to be
Am
even
I
more,
screaming?
Nope, I'm just talking to my stream. Don't worry. Hi.
even to be more specific, it's about your executive function. So like,
Wow,
if
you're
you're a
bringing the
person with
wiki
your-
words
with your
out now.
brain, like in a normal state, you're doing your things like doing the dishes, doing your laundry, whatever, making your bed. Your executive function is going to get positive feedback from doing tasks you have to do. But when you have ADHD, you don't get that feedback. So you need
Has
like
ADHD, he's
the
speaking from
dopamine.
experience.
You need to
Oh my
play your
God.
video game. You need to watch the movie, binge the TV shows, anything Reddit, right? So
Wow.
like, anything
Right.
other
TikTok?
than that.
TikTok?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. True.
Well,
Reels.
stimming.
Yeah.
Stimming. Yes, everyone's stimming. Stimmies.
Is it good?
I don't know. some people.
But that's the other side of the coin, right? People fucking fetishize this shit. It's like, yes, everyone fucking enjoys a little dopamine hit, okay? Not everyone is autistic, not everyone has ADHD, some people just enjoy being distracted.
Wow. Nice. Any final parting words on that, Amy? We got a little bit of support, you got a little bit of pushback. A lot of people calling out your credibility on this side of the table, especially.
Nar.
No? Okay.
Oh, no.
So who won the debate just now?
This is a discussion. Nobody has to be a winner, you know? We can all just have fun.
Sounds like a loser's mentality. Adderall took me from P4 to D1.
Really?
Keep that in consideration. Keep that in consideration. I made a literal legend. I played Volibear.
There's no way you were ever in Diamond 1.
I was Diamond 1! I was Diamond 1! I played Volibear.
What is Adderall? Is that the name of the Smurf playing with you from fucking Grandmaster?
Zella, actually.
Yeah.
But Zella did help me get the D1. But
playing with a Masters player?
He's not a Masters player.
He is. He's literally Masters.
Zella
right
is
now.
barely
He's
Masters.
right now.
No, he's
Barely
not.
Masters.
No, he's not.
He's
The
still
season
Masters.
just split. The season, by the way, does a half split now. It's not like it resets every like 6 months instead of like every year. It's kind of cringe. But no, we did after 6 months.
You
need water or anything?
Overwatch.
Me?
I did for a while.
Do I look like I need water?
You look a little parched. I was just
The
checking.
thing I play is
Ready to smoke?
Have you ever played Overwatch?
What'd I say?
Ready to smoke?
Steven?
You asked if I needed water, I just...
Do what?
Have you ever played Overwatch?
Yeah, unfortunately. I wanted to be a pro Overwatch player.
But you weren't good enough.
You live on the beach.
I was very good.
What were you?
But when I played a lot, they didn't have...
Five?
No, they didn't have like the diamond shit yet, so...
okay.
But I was an expert Tracer player. If I played you during Tracer time, like if we had a one-on-one, you would actually get annihilated. Whatever Adderall you're on, you try to up it like 2x, it wouldn't be enough. Whatever coping mechanism you do, whatever therapy you go to, you'd have to double your attendance rate. It would be that destructive to your entire
My
being.
main is Diva. Okay.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, it is. I like Diva and Pharah.
Can Diva heal now, or?
No, Diva can't heal.
That's sexist.
Okay, I just get it.
Have you ever played video games, Amy?
Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
They just remastered it.
Assassin's Creed.
I heard.
Anybody here, where are my oldies at? Anybody here remember the All Games Done Quick Crash Bandicoot speedrun?